The battle to destroy ASIC. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of Heiser Says. Grab your hashtag not sponsored cheap bottled water. Times are getting tough. And let's have a look at this article, which is bringing to public attention, I'd say, the obsession John Adams has had for the last few years, just looking at, well, I would say the utter incompetence and failure of ASIC, everyone's favorite, the Australian Security Investment Commission. Now, my experience, let me jump about this here, I'll remove that. My experience with this organization has been, as a business owner, having to pay a yearly bill to them to have my details registered there for my company, paying money to get access to the ownership structure of companies. I've always argued that that should be freely available to the public. You shouldn't have to pay for it. So if you're, say, buying a project off a builder-developer, realizing that the company you're buying off has no assets, or the only asset is that building that it's selling to you, and you've got 50 different companies before you get to someone that actually has any real money. But the thing that really, shall I say, hardened me to the fact that this organization was just, well, I would argue it's just a glorified database system where you enter company information and any other aspects that it supposedly has, well, it's not as effective as the public believe. And we've seen that through and through with scams and all these other organized things happening. For me, it was Cloud Token Wallet. Now, this is a cryptocurrency scheme that a viewer introduced me to years ago, saying that he was shocked. He knows a judge that had gone all in on this stupid crypto thing. This is a few years ago now. If you search on my channel, you'll find a video about Cloud Token Wallet. Now, it was a scam. It was one of these AI trading bot bullshit things where you put your tokens into this wallet. Now, you could download it on the app. They had a website. They had everything but a blockchain explorer, because, of course, you had to buy it using their stupid thing, their currency or whatever. They never showed that. And another thing they had, which was quite interesting, was an ASIC registered company. And it was based in Tasmania. It was based in some guy's house. So it's just a company that a gentleman, a Tasmanian crypto enthusiast, had registered there. And, well, here's the thing. They had this plastered all over their website. They had it everywhere. They were using the fact that they just got ASIC registered as a business name, which anyone can do, to give legitimacy. To tell people all over the world, all these dumb Americans were buying this stupid thing. You can find videos of them saying it's the next big thing to make money. And these are stupid people. These aren't intelligent people. These are people that are expecting crypto to be their only way to actually have the easy life, not have to work. And, well, what do you think happened? I did a video on it. They engaged the services of an Australian lawyer to do a cease and desist to threaten to sue me and Google. Still waiting on that to happen. What really pissed me off was in the email from the lawyer, they had beware of scams. They were acting on behalf of a scam. I was here completely on my own initiative, collecting all this information, because what I put the case forward that their website was registered months, I think even a year before their ASIC registration. Their business was set in Malaysia. They had their headquarters in Launceston. I was talking to the guy on Twitter and going, why are you in Lonnie? You know, oh, it's a big, important city. And I go, mate, you've never been there. There's no international airport. It's in the middle of bloody nowhere. Why not Hobart, a real city? So you're literally on the ends of the earth. You're right before the ice wall when all the flat earthers realize what's going on. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of science making fun of flat earthers. That's a whole other... That really makes me lose faith in humanity, to be honest. That's people that stupid around. I guess they just want attention. But anyway, back on topic. And so I received this letter. I took the video down, and then I put it right. Well, no, I privated it and prepared what I would need to make an argument, and then put it right back up again. And what happened to Cloud Token Wallet? Well, it scammed a whole lot of people, and everyone lost their money. I think that apparently the guy got in jail, or maybe he didn't. There you go. Now, when I discovered all this information, I reached out to the appropriate authorities. I reached out to ASIC. They didn't care. That they were being used to legitimize a scam that was stealing money off Australians. I reached out to the federal police, anyone I could think of with this information. Scamwatch, no one cared. And perhaps it's my individualistic or libertarian tendencies to not expect these other people to do the work that you should. But then again, I mean, you've got people so stupid. And that's literally what they are. They just don't have the cognitive ability to see through it. But then again, my friend said a judge did. So anyone can fall for this stuff. It isn't just stupidity, is it? So if we give more power to these organizations, or we push these organizations more to regulate. I mean, here in Australia, you can't even give any advice as a content creator unless you're a licensed financial advisor, or you need to get in bed with another organization to use their ticket. That's how well, in some ways, ludicrous it is. You can even give milquetoast advice, like, make sure you go with a proper, broker, something like that, or pay off debt. But yet the crypto is completely unregulated. And I reached out to Australian crypto influencers about this scam, who were even based in the same city, and they didn't give a shit. So, I guess I can see why. It's a pain in the ass, and you don't want to rock the boat when your whole industry is a crock of shit. So, yeah, but that's been so that was my experience with ASIC. I completely forgot what we were talking about here. I went off on bloody story time again, but I wanted to look at this article because this has come out of the work of John Adams and others as well. So let's have a look at this. So, failed. Australian corporate watchdog should be split in two, a Senate inquiry finds. Australia's corporate watchdog should be split in two after comprehensively failing in its role, including by not taking action against offenders and focusing more on managing its reputation, a months-long Senate inquiry found on Wednesday. I'm not at all surprised. ASIC scope was too broad for it to be effective and efficient, and the government should consider splitting its function between a company's regulator and a financial conduct authority, the Senate Economics Committee report said. That makes a lot of sense. It is clear ASIC has failed, said Senator Andrew Bragg, who also chaired the Senate Economics Committee that delivered the final proposal after a 20-month-long inquiry. Beside noting that had comprehensively failed and suggesting to split the regulator, the report made 9 recommendations to provide Australians with the protection and confidence that is sadly absent. ASIC is already working with the Treasury to act on the recommendations, but it will take time to consider the report, a spokesperson for the watchdog said. I mean, if you get into one of these organizations, it's a gravy train. I mean, how much do the senior people in these places get paid? And you're not really competing in the real market. It's just government money. Taxes just keep coming in. It'd be a whole different world. Treasurer Jim Chalmers has not officially responded to the report and did not immediately respond to Reuters for a request. The Senate committee recommendations included recording how ASIC handles reports of alleged corporate misconduct and setting up a searchable public register of civil or criminal outcomes that arise from those reports, much like the U.S. Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. Too often, ASIC fails to respond to early warnings of corporate misconduct and does not routinely use the full extent of its powers to achieve strong enforcement outcomes, the report said. Yeah, because that would probably take more work. Remember, a lot of the issues we face in Australia, a lot of the frustrations, is not because of which political colour is in power. It's the bureaucrats behind the scenes. This approach fails to deliver justice to the victims of corporate crimes, undermines economic productivity, and does not defer future poor behaviour. The report also recommends making it a legislated objective to maintain high levels of transparency into an investigation into any wrongdoings by companies and the enforcement outcomes. It also recommended amending the whistleblower protection provisions to include compensations and incentives for those who make a substantial disclosure. The reality remains that corporate law is under-enforced in Australia, the report said. So there you go, everyone. So let's have a chat about all of this, hey? We'll have to see where it goes. Although my advice to all my viewers would be to act vigilantly and don't trust anything that just simply says ASIC stamped on it. Be skeptical. Hopefully this will lead to better outcomes, but it's going to be a slow-moving process. And, well, you know, John Adams, Martin North, all the people that have worked to put together a lot of this information, it's pretty much been, Adams has just gone nuts over this. I spoke to him about it on the phone, and he's just obsessed. Years of work. Hopefully some good will come of it. Take care, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.